What's up guys, AT here from Men's Health with 10 dumbbell only exercises you're probably not doing to add muscle. Single arm dumbbell floor press. From here, I'm hitting my chest, I'm hitting my triceps, and I'm hitting the front of my shoulders. If you want to make this range of motion a little bit bigger for more of a stretch in the chest, squeeze your glutes, legs up, and I've just got a little bit more room there for a bigger stretch, and that's going to build a bigger chest. Dumbbell snatch into press. So we've got a nice explosive pull to start, coming overhead, and then we're moving into that press. And then we're going to alternate arms, dumbbell snatch into that press. What this is going to enable us to do is have a nice explosive start, and then we're hitting those shoulders, enabling you to keep going. Even when your press might have tapped out, you've still got those snatches between each rep just to keep up that stimulus on your shoulders. The dumbbell floor squeeze press. Squeezing this dumbbell from the sides. It's really switching my chest on to grip this dumbbell. Same again, lift yourself up into that glute bridge if you just want to give yourself a little bit more room there for a bigger stretch through the chest. Really squeezing the dumbbell. Switching on those pecs, firing up those triceps, firing up the front of your shoulders, those front delts. Heels elevated goblet squats. I'm gonna step my heels onto some plates here, but you can use absolutely anything, wooden block, whatever you've got. I'm gonna get my heels up there. What this is gonna do is just gonna give me a little bit more flexibility from my knees, a little bit more dorsiflexion, enable me to hit my quads a little bit more. I'm gonna bring the dumbbell up into this strong goblet position, shoulder blades back, all locked in place, fairly close stance, toes on the floor. I'm just gonna squat down to the best of my mobility until the crease of my hips passes below my knees. Nice pulls at the bottom, explode up. 1, 2, really switching on those quadriceps. It's burning already. Got the cross face, tricep extension. I'm gonna bring my arm right up, lock it out, pack those shoulders. I'm gonna come down across my face to the other side of my head and back up. That little bit more room there, coming down to the floor, down past my head, is just stretching that tricep just a little bit more, and the muscle that gets stretched the most grows the most. Dumbbell squeeze curls. So I'm gonna take the dumbbell horizontally, I'm gonna squeeze the heads together, really switching on that chest, really switching on those shoulders. Arms hanging, triceps flexed, so I know I've got my biceps stretched fully. I'm gonna squeeze the dumbbell, and I'm gonna curl it up. What this is gonna do is switch on all of the surrounding muscles around the biceps, recruiting more muscle units. Great one to do before you head into any chest exercises, as it really helps to get the pecs switched on, as well as getting that sweet arm pump. Squeeze and curl. Next up, I've got the loaded beast row. Again, I'm hitting these lats. I'm gonna come down onto the floor, shoulders nice and stacked, toes down, but I'm gonna lift my knees up. Limiting those points of contact on the floor is gonna force my core to kick in, to stabilize, hitting those anti-rotational muscles as well. So stacked up here, knees off the floor, go up onto your fist if you need a bit more room, and I'm just rowing the weight up. From the floor, up to my hips. Big stretch, the lats at the bottom, really trying to keep those knees as close to the floor as possible. This one's challenging. Rear foot elevated split squat. Find yourself a box, a bench, anything like that. I'm gonna grab the dumbbell. Right hand, I'm gonna put my left foot up onto the bench, step about 2 foot in front, and then loaded from here, I'm just gonna squat down and stand it up. Squat down and stand it up. Switching legs from set to set. This uneven weight here, I'm gonna squeeze my other hand, switch all my core muscles on, and this little bit of balance is just gonna give me some core stimulation, building that chassis. I'm gonna hit some goblet good mornings, and I get my dumbbell, and I hold it in my goblet position like this, come from upright, and I'm just gonna hinge at the hips, as far down as I can get, really switching on those hamstrings and glutes. And then on the way back up, quadriceps come in, to extend those knees. A little bit difficult if you've got nothing to lock your legs up, but if you can get your legs below something as a counterbalance, you won't have to drop that butt down. You'll be able to lean right forward, really hitting those hamstrings. The dumbbell 3-point row. So again, we're working one side at a time, hinge right over. What this is going to do is create this rotational force, which as well as working your lats, as well as working your back, it's going to give you a core, something to think about. Nice bit of extracurricular work there. So I'm going to come into this safe hinge position, nice flat back, as flat as possible. 3 points of contact, that's the name. Hands on a bench. You can put it on a wall if you need to, but the bench is going to give you a nice big stretch. I'm going to take the dumbbell, I'm going to let it come down just slightly out in front of my body, which is going to stretch my lats, if you can see that. So in front of my body, and then in an arc, I'm going to bring it up to around my waist. Nice flat back, bringing it up. I don't want to bring it up too high and engage too much bicep. From down here, nice big arc, up to around my waist. Elbow as far back as I can go. Controlling it both ways. As soon as you're done, switch. Again, same as I said on the meadows, rows. Work with your weakest side first, then move on to your strongest side, so you're not kind of going to be unbalanced in the amount of reps you hit.